Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's City of Sioux Falls City Council, Minnehaha County Commission joint meeting. Today is Monday, October 17th, and we're certainly pleased to have all of you here today. I'd like to start the meeting with a roll call of both the City Council and Minnehaha County. Sioux Falls City Council, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Here.
Anderson. Brown.
Here.
Intiman.
Here.
Erpenbach.
Here.
Jameson.
Here.
Karski.
Here.
Rolfing.
Here.
We do have 7 members present. We can proceed with City and Sioux Falls Council business.
We do have a quorum of the Minnehaha County Commission, so let's proceed.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Peckus. If you could all stand, we would like to start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We do have an item on the agenda tonight. We would like to have an approval of the agenda. Anyone from the council like to do that?
So moved, Erpenbach. Second, Aguilar.
Councilor Erpenbach made a motion to approve today's joint meeting agenda, and it was seconded by Councilor Aguilar. If we could have a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Intiman.
Yes.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jameson.
Yes.
Karski.
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
That is passed 7-0.
And we have a one item on the agenda, so I think...
Move approval of the agenda.
Second.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Item number 1.
A resolution approving the vacation of the public right-of-way for a portion of 264th Street in Section 17-T101N-R50W and a portion of 468th Avenue in Section 16-T101N-R50W and 17-T101N-R50W, Minnehaha County, South Dakota.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. Pat Herman from Minnehaha County Planning. And as you just heard, this is a petition to vacate 2 roadways. If you look at the picture, the purple dotted line is the joint planning area, so everything to the east or to the right of that falls within the joint area. Everything on the other side is out in the county. The petition was filed by Henry Carlson, or Chip Carlson, to vacate these 2 portions of road right-of-way. It's north of the West Acre subdivision, and then right off the edge of your map on the right side, or on the east side, is the Ellis Road, to kind of help orient you there. 264th Street is a township road, but it's minimum maintenance, and the township is not opposed to having this vacated. 468th Avenue, it falls on the section line, but the township does not maintain that. The reason for the petition to vacate is that there are a lot of mining companies in this area that when they're not in operation, people are coming out to the site and dumping their garbage. There's using signs and other things out there for target practice, and there's also been some vandalism to the equipment in the area. So you can see on your map that most of the owners in this area are either in mining or in construction. There are no single-family houses in this area. My department, city engineering, and city planning all met to discuss this item. And in looking at this area with the mining that's going to go on for many years to come, and the fact that these streets are actually not used by the public in that area, we don't think that this system will develop on a grid pattern when everything is done, given that there may be lakes and everything left over. So we are recommending approval of the variance, or I'm sorry, the vacation. 468th Avenue itself, going to the north, is actually blocked. Many years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, the county had to close the bridge that goes over the creek, and so that's been blocked off since then. And then Sand Street on the right side of your map is a private road. It was built by the mining companies and used only by them, so there really is no through access for any of the people that live in this area. And I have a few pictures to show you. This would be starting from the west, as if you were going to drive down 264th Street. We have a natural gas facility that is located in here. It's Northern Natural Gas, and I did speak with their representative and they are not opposed to the vacation as long as they have access to their site. And this is just looking back to the west. This is where 264th Street would dead end into 468th Avenue. It actually runs right into a berm from one of the mining companies. This is going to the north where I spoke about the bridge being closed farther up, and you can see that the sign has been well used in this area. And then going south to Sand Street, which is the private road. And then this is looking north from Sand Street. It's up 468th Avenue. These are some pictures that were submitted by Chip Carlson, just to kind of show some of the damage and things occurring in this area. And they were taken on 2 different dates out there. And what they would, Chip is proposing to do is that on either ends of these roads, right at 467th Avenue and then at Sand Street, is to put a gate up. Then when mining activity is not going on in the area, they could then just shut those and try to prevent people from going in this area. This is coming to you with a recommendation approval from both the city and the county offices with one condition. That there be an agreement between all the property owners, and that would be Unzelman Development Corporation, Sioux Falls Construction, Asphalt Surfacing Company, Concrete Materials, Friesen Construction, Roland and Eldon Hagen, and Gromley Estate, and Northern Natural Gas, that they work out how they are going to keep this as a haul road, who would take over maintenance, and how they would work the issue of accessibility and who would have keys to the lock. State codified law grants the county commissioners the right to vacate right-of-way, and then the city commission must also take action if it's within the exterritorial area. And so your action tonight is to approve or deny this request for street vacation. And I would just like to say, if you do approve it tonight, the county commission will hold a second hearing tomorrow morning to take action as well, again. So I'd be happy to answer any questions for you.
Pat, great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience who wanted to speak to this item?
And the petitioner is here for sure, and a lot of the other operators in the area. So.
If anyone would like to speak, they can certainly do so now. Ma'am, welcome. Please come forward.
My name is Ann Gormley. I live in Pierce, South Dakota. You see my name on about 80 acres up there. I am a co-owner of that property with my 4 siblings. I didn't receive notice, so there is some maybe confusion about who the actual owners of that 80 acres are. And I guess my only concern is that we lease the land to a farmer, and his access to the property is from 264th Street. So we just need to assure that if a gate is put at the end, our farmer still has access. I also have a bit of concern about emergency vehicles. If he had a farming accident and this is gated, or if we had a grass fire, how do the emergency vehicles get there? I recognize the problems. One of my sisters lived out there when there was a house, and that dumping was always a problem in the rural area. But I just want to be sure that our farmer is protected, and I appreciate that the presenter said that all parties would have to sign, because there are 4 other owners of the land, and they need to be informed and I feel they need to give their consent as well.
And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience who wanted to speak to this item? Sir, please come forward. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Keith Tamir, and I am the chairman of Wayne Township. We did not receive notice of this either, that this was going to be done. Our concerns would be at this time, they're talking about it's a minimal maintenance road, which we only maintain twice a year. We only grade it twice a year. We're concerned as a township what liabilities we're going to be looking at as far as any further upkeep on it, or once this is done, we're done with it. We constantly lose miles to Sioux Falls as it grows out, and as that shrinks, so does our income. So, it's not going to be a big impact for us, but we just want to go on record, wanting to know where we're going to stand with it.
Keith, very good. Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else who wanted to speak to this item? Pat, would you be able to provide any insight to Ann and Keith's comments or questions?
Sure. As to notice, I did notify Patrick Doyle. He's another township supervisor. We had him listed as chairman, so he was noticed. And when I spoke to him, you see in your staff report, he was not opposed to it. I just, didn't see that it would be a problem. And for Ann, I sent to whoever's paying the taxes. It's whatever address is listed as taxpayer. So that's where it went out, and we never got notice returned to us, so it got delivered somewhere.
Pat, in terms of the access
Sure.
question that Ann had talked about, the farmer, the other owners of that property, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think definitely they would be included as part of this agreement. It's possible there could be access granted too from 467th Avenue. We could work with the township on that. Access through the gates, I know that some of the trucks will just go right through them. Some places just ram them if they need to get through the fire trucks. Otherwise, too, the local fire chief can be provided with a key or something for that.
County commissioners or city councilors, any questions or comments in regards to item number 1? Yes, Councilor Rolfing?
I see the mess that's out there with the pictures that you had, Pat. Is there any consideration given to that being cleaned up as part of this project also?
Actually, Mr. Carlson is here, and I'll let him speak to it, but I know that all of those businesses do routinely have to get out, and they do clean that up.
Okay.
Mr. Carlson, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. I'm Chip Carlson. I'm the one that petitioned it. We've owned a pit out there for a long time, and then we bought the 240s to the west from the Gormleys a number of years ago, and it has been a problem. And my intent is, we've been fighting this for years and years and years, and we have cleaned it up. We've cleaned it up. I think Sioux Falls Construction's cleaned it up. I think if you went out there now, I don't think there's anything in there. I think we've cleaned it up pretty well. And other people have helped. And we do maintain the road now. There's a lot of truck traffic on it, and with the county only maintaining it, or the township twice a year, that's not enough. I mean, and we're out there, and we do sands. We have a meeting usually once a year in the spring, the contractors, and we kind of decide who's going to do what. And we cleaned it up, and the gated thing. One of the things I talked to the sheriff is that we see people out there, and the sheriff's got better things to do than to be coming out there giving people littering tickets, but the thing is, if we catch them in there now, if it's vacated, then we can get them for trespassing, and that becomes a little more serious. And one of the comments from one of the sheriffs, you do that a couple times, and people are going to get the word and kind of stay out of there. But it's a problem. My intent is not to gate it. We can put the gate anywhere on there. I did talk to Unzelman's, and they're concerned because they go to the west. Our permit allows us only to go to the east. Sioux Falls Construction, they've had some vandalism, I think, in the past. We had over $20,000 worth of vandalism done to some of our equipment, not this year, but last year. That's kind of when this whole thing started. But I'm here to work with the people. I'm not trying to keep people out or cause a problem, and we could sure put the gate anywhere along there so as not to affect the access for the farmer into that. That access is probably maybe 100 feet off of, you can see that road on the 400-something street over there. It's not very far in on 264th.
Chip, thank you.
Is there anything else?
Great job.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Commissioner Barth.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Carlson?
Yeah.
Isn't there still one house on Sand Street?
No.
That one's gone now?
Yeah, we burned
That's
it down
great.
this spring.
Thank you.
Well, Well, there's one on Sands. The one you're
That's what I
talking
meant.
about is the one on Sands. It's farther, yeah, it's even right there where the arrow is, right there.
And I
That's
know-
the guy that we talked to a couple years
Yeah.
ago, and he wasn't willing to sell. But we've been shooting the oil in front of his house to keep the dust down.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, Marone Royce did that this year. We did it last year, so. I don't think a lot of people knew that Sands Road was a private road.
Councilor Karski.
I guess two things. First of all, is there a house right on that 40 acres to the west? I'm sorry, east of the Gormley
No.
property?
No, we burned that down this spring.
That's gone too?
Yep,
then,
that's
okay.
gone, yep.
And I'm looking at an old map. I map quested. I get a little bit clearer vision. And to understand that you would maintain that currently or after this as if this was approved as a private road? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we're maintaining it now, pretty much. I mean, the county comes in there twice a year, but as far as grading it, but we're grading it, I don't know how often. Somebody's grading it once a month, probably. It gets washboardy so bad, it's really hard on equipment.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Councilor Jameson.
Not so much for you, Chip, but a question maybe of the city attorney, if I could.
Sure.
If, Dave, if I understand it right, the city ordinance says that if adjoining property owners on each side of the road petition to have the street vacated, it's really, it's just easy to go. Is it the same in the county, on these county lines like this? Is the ordinance the same? If both adjoining properties of the street agree to the petition?
Councilor Jameson, I'd have to admit, I have not looked at that issue for this particular
Pat,
meeting.
you were shaking your head. Any thoughts?
I defer to Pat.
Okay.
Yes, it's the same. It just splits and goes to each side. So in a sense, they would just be maintaining a haul road that really didn't have a right-of-way.
My question would be then is if Ann is comfortable with agreeing to this agreement, I know you say there's several others that are involved, and if they're not noticed and if you don't have the authority to agree on their behalf, until that's settled, I don't think we can act.
Well, I think part of the condition was that we would hold your decision until we have that in front of us.
Based on if those approvals?
Yeah.
I see. Well then,
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Minnehaha County Commission, did you have any thoughts or motions on this particular topic?
Yeah, the chair will entertain a motion.
I would make a motion to approve this vacation.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Minnehaha County Commission has passed that unanimously. And now defer to the City Council. Sioux Falls City Council, any motions?
Move approval, Erpenbach.
Second, Intiman.
Councilor Marks made that motion to approve item number 1, seconded by Councilor Jim Entenmann. Any further discussion? A roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Aguilar,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Intiman,
Yes.
Erpenbach,
Yes.
Jameson,
Yes.
Karski,
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
That is passed 7-0. Folks, any other comments?
Move to adjourn, Erpenbach.
Second, Brown.
Councilor Marks made a motion to adjourn the City Council's portion of at least this meeting, seconded by Councilor Brown. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Aguilar,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Intiman,
Yes.
Erpenbach,
Yes.
Jameson,
Yes.
Karski,
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
That is passed 7-0.
Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Ayes,
Aye.
ayes, ayes have it.